What are some of the common ways that you found that people are making money with a travel blog?
Yeah, so I'm happy to dive in a little bit here, and these are things I talk about, at conferences and stuff like that, and I try to share. Like, I think anybody who knows me knows that I'm an open book. I want to share everything I know. I'm not one of these people that's like I give one tip and then I'm like, and you can find out more when you buy my ebook or my set. I think you're the same way, right? I feel like knowledge breeds knowledge, you know what I mean? And I feel like when I drop some knowledge and I'm sharing with somebody, somebody feels more inclined to be like, hey, I'm really good at Pinterest. Do you want to talk about that? And whatever it is. Anyways, just for things to think about for people. I mean, I think you've got some basics. So, your affiliate marketing is something you should be thinking about. Obviously, naturally, I'm going to write about hotels and sometimes. So, having a affiliate being in the booking.com affiliate program makes a lot of sense for me. Most bloggers are going to want to think about being an Amazon affiliate. I recommend a lot of books, travel books, so on and so forth. So Amazon makes sense. Now, these are not huge income streams for me, but I'm a big believer in why wouldn't you put forth the effort to develop some passive income? It just makes sense. Beyond that, like sponsored content, I mean, this is something you need to be a little bit careful with as far as just making sure you're disclosing that if it's sponsored content, but there is money there to be made. That's especially true for like the food niche and things like that. I've seen this done really poorly and I've seen it done really well. So just make sure that if you're going to be doing sponsored content, for one, you're clearly disclosing that at the top of your post, and two, that you're not, that your sponsored content is not sort of combating what you stand for in your brand, and is in line with your brand voice. Beyond that, ad networks, Ezoic, Google AdSense, Mediavine. I think most people would agree that Mediavine is the place to go, but you need 25,000 unique views to get there. So that's another thing to consider. And I'm just going to keep dropping these right now, and people can put it in slow-mo and write down a list if they want. But paid press trips are a thing that I prioritize. That's something where I developed a relationship with a tourism organization who knows that I bring value, and they know that I'm going to be on the ground creating social content that can stand alone and stand the test of time. And then I'm creating SEO friendly content that's going to make sure that when people are searching for particular things for a tourism board, that they that's hitting the mark for them. And one thing I think is true is that as the traditional media industry is morphing in some respect. I think a lot of tourism boards, brands, organizations, they had some fairly serious budget for one print ad in a large scale magazine, and now they're sort of shifting that into different avenues. So I think there's a lot of opportunity right now. Definitely, coaching and public speaking. When you develop your brand big enough, you have an opportunity to go out there, and I find, for me, that's usually worth it, because it's not necessarily that anything comes of it. It's just that maybe you have one conversation afterwards with one person who's really intrigued, and that leads to other opportunities. Beyond that, I would just say ebooks are that's something I've explored and something you've explored as well. For me, it was mostly just a brand builder. I like to be able to, if I'm speaking in Toronto, I like to be able to say I'm the author of a local travel writer's guide to Toronto. I just think that is it also shows that I have that patience and I am intentional. All those things we talked about being a strong content creator, it shows that I'm willing to put that time in. And as well as I do, it is a grind to create an ebook that you can be proud of. But it's also, if you're looking at, income streams, I have a reasonably robust email marketing strategy, and you better believe my ebook is sprinkled in there. So that's another passive income stream for me. Although creating it was anything but passive. Yeah, and then beyond that, like I do some podcasting, not necessarily a revenue driver, but it's something I really enjoy. It just brings a lot of light and energy back into my life. I have another podcast which I'm launching somewhat soon. And then I guess finally, just now I'm in a position as a community leader with the Toronto Bloggers Collective, where we're organizing events. We're sourcing press trips, and we're getting money flowing. Not just about money for me now. It's about we're bringing money back into the community.